Hello there, Diva. Kathy Hamilton here, your empowerment expert, founder of HappyTappyGirl.com, home of Diva Nation. This is part 2 of the video that I just did regarding law of attraction and reframing. And in the first video, I was talking more specifically about really how important it is to allow yourself to feel all of your emotions, the negative ones, and how that's really not going to hinder positive things happening for you. It's actually going to help. It's going to actually help you get into more of a positive frame of mind. And with that being said, I wanted this video to talk more specifically about the reframe in general, specifically even more so in when you're doing any type of energy healing work, self-development work, because the push really is, especially if you're a tapper, an EFT tapper, if I'm doing this motion and you know what I'm doing, that's you know what it's all about. If not, check out some more of my other videos. Go to my website. I've got some programs even on it. It's called Emotional Freedom Technique, EFT, or tapping as for short. And you know, in that part of in the normal protocol of tapping, you will speak to the negative, whatever you're feeling, and then you automatically will start rephrasing things. And they call it like the reframe, and it's, you know, focusing on more the opposite aspect. Another way to look at that would be affirmations. And if you were to list out everything that's kind of causing you problems or any kind of angst, and then, you know, you put on the other side of it, what would be a positive affirmation? So like, what would you want instead? So one thing would be, okay, I would like more money. Okay, I don't have any money. The positive affirmation side would be, you know, I live in abundance. I have abundance. I have an abundant amount of money. Money's flowing, you know, continuously flowing to me. These types of things. And while that is good, and again, it is important to be able to reframe situations, but what you need to be careful with that is it can turn you into like what I like to call a positive zombie. And I experienced this for a long period of time in my life where I could reframe any downright shitty situation and I could find that silver lining in it. And I would reframe it like that, you know, where what am I learning from it? And I have been all about affirmations. And again, affirmations are extremely powerful. They really are. And sometimes when you are really, really feeling negative about something and you cannot get your brain to shut off with the negativity, it is important to do like a pattern disrupt. And saying a positive affirmation can give you the pattern disrupt, or even changing an activity, putting on music, putting on a happy movie, something, you know, going out with your friends, spending some time with your kids or your family, your husbands and whoever, your significant others, girlfriends, you name it, whoever. It's really, that does help because sometimes you do need that to kind of help snap you out of it. Whatever kind of funk you might be in. But you always want to make sure that you're not doing that when you're not giving yourself enough chance to process what actually is going on. You always want to honor where you are in the moment, because when you don't, it makes it really, really hard for the positivity, for that law of attraction type thinking to bring the positive to you. It sometimes it really cannot work because it's up against that negativity. So I kind of like to liken it to if you're planting a new garden. And if you were to take this patch of land and maybe there's rocks in it, there's a bunch of hard soil on it, it hasn't been watered in ages, so it's kind of cracked. You could take seeds and plant them there, and you could even water them and the sun will kind of go down on them, and they may not grow at all because you have not really given them the opportunity to, you know, or they will grow and they may not grow as big as they could be because they're fighting against the rocks that are still there, the dry soil, you know, all those, you know, quote unquote imperfections. And what really needs to happen is you're like that plot of land. And you do need to you need to recognize that the rocks are there, that the ground is hard, maybe hasn't seen any kind of water, hasn't been watered, hasn't seen the sun. So you're not giving it a really solid foundation to take root. So if you keep forcing those reframes and keep putting them in there, and a lot of what I do with my heart-centered EFT process, I don't really put any reframes in. I just allow the negative to voice, and then automatically you'll shift into the positive. And then, like I said in my first video, that's when you can really allow yourself the magic of possibility and allow yourself to have a fluid identity, because you are making peace with your life and you're allowing yourself to love yourself in the moment, which automatically has you take care of the skin you're in. And that is what my message is all about. Those are my 5 key principles and what we talk about all the time in Diva Nation. So when you do tend to the negative feelings, and specifically in this video when I'm talking about just any kind of negative thought, and just allowing it to be there and not forcing the reframe into positivity, because you will get there on your own. And if you do need a little boost, that's fine. Like I said, to, change it up a little bit. Go ahead and think the positive, but don't, allow it more to come naturally, or, give yourself the opportunity to do something, do an activity that kind of helps get you out of it. But at the same time, it's not really a matter of getting out of. It's really not the right thing to say about it. It's more just allowing it to still be there, and also giving your subconscious another direction to focus on. And because that's really what it wants. It's like really not about making anything go away. It's more just focusing on what you want by being very, very respectful of what has been and where you are in the moment. So it's kind of like it's a little bit of a dance between these things. But when you do that, the first video I talked more specifically about the emotions, allowing yourself to feel the negative emotions. And in this video, I'm talking about not really forcing the reframe. When you just allow yourself to be, you just get there a lot faster. And law of attraction does work. It's just that there's so many things going on in the background, it can feel like it's not. And always remember, you're never doing anything wrong. It's just allowing yourself to be. Honor where you are in the moment, honor where you were in the past, and then focus on where you want to be. But it's doing all those things simultaneously. So I hope this is helpful. And I want to do one more video for our inner victim, because this is another topic that's come up in Diva Nation. So stay tuned and I will be back with that.